Hi friends, I'm TTB. Welcome back to Mechwarrior 5 news. Call to Arms launch date. Intel is the title of PGI's latest post on Mechwarrior 5 and Mercenaries, mw5mercs.com. There's going to be a launch day patch that not only adds all the stuff for the game and all the free stuff for everybody else, also there are a couple of balance changes, so let's go ahead and go through them real quick together. MW5 Mercs Call to Arms is available right now. Price is going to be $15. It is released as of making this video. The only people that have to wait for a little bit are the people on the Sony PlayStation, where the release date has been bumped to June 10th. Crossplay DLC sharing will be effective, so PC and Xbox players can host a PlayStation player and experience Call to Arms together now. That's nice. I like that whole crossplay idea to keep everybody in the game and to not have people feel singled out or left out just because they have one console or the other. DLC is available on Steam, Epic, GOG, PC, Xbox, as well as PlayStation. Call to Arms, in case you have not seen all the videos, quick overview, we'll have the new mech, the Hatchet Man, a new 5-mission campaign, 9 melee weapons, 23 standard melee mech variants, 5 hero melee mech variants, 3 new biomes, as well as it's not listed here, but it's going to have a kick-ass animated mech skin as well, plus free game updates. In the game update category, you are now able to switch mechs upon death in single player. There is an instant action and variant control, which requires the Heroes of the Inner Sphere DLC. Then there's an upgraded star map. We'll see about that. And there's an upgraded contract screen. So I'm really curious to see how these would look like and what they display now. Additional changes. Digital extras get the soundtrack for DLC 3, tech manual update, and new DLC 3 desktops. On top of that, additional patch notes. Here is the stuff that we didn't know about earlier. Bug fixes. There's a bug fixed in which rare equipment, ECM, and Beagle Active Probe would not spawn in markets despite notifications saying that it is available. And there's a bug fixed with double heatsinks where only a single heatsink would spawn in the market. It will now spawn a random range between 1 to 5 double heatsinks. In Legend of the Kestrel Lancers, the Act 1 cinematic has been updated. If you guys don't own Legend of the Kestrel Lancers yet, I would highly recommend you get that DLC. In my opinion, that is the best DLC so far. Weapons Tuning Pass. Here is where it gets interesting. So, they're saying with melee weapons being the headline feature for the Call to Arms expansion, they wanted to take a look at the weapon roster to see if they could make any improvements based on the modern state of Mechwarrior 5 Mercs. All weapon changes are on the baseline tier 1 versions of these weapons, so the higher the tiers get, the better those weapons get as well. Light rifles and medium rifles have had their heat reduced and their cooldown reduced a little bit. That's going to be interesting. I'm not going to read the whole reasoning behind it, but just wanted to let you know that cooldown and heat gets reduced. Autocannons 2, 5, burst fire, as well as burst fires have received some changes. AC2 and AC5 cooldowns are reduced. AC5 heat is actually reduced by 33%, or by 33% actually. That's nice. Autocannon 2 burst fire, the spread has been reduced. Autocannon 5 burst fire, the spread has been reduced. Cooldown reduced and heat reduced. Nice. Just so the AC5 can compete better with the weapons like the heavy rifle. Ultra Autocannon 5, heat reduced by 40%, cooldown reduced 25%. Projectiles between delay between projectiles reduced by also another 25%, so UAC 5s are going to be very strong. And the LB10 cluster ACs get increased damage to 13 from 10. So the LB10 is not going to do 10 damage anymore, but 13. Okay. Energy-wise, large pulse lasers, medium pulse lasers, and small pulse lasers, heat has been reduced across the board. They just wanted to showcase the cool level of these Succession War Starlink era tech weapons. Large chem laser, cooldown has been changed to its intended value of 4.5. So unfortunately, the bug zapper now has a little bit of a higher cooldown. If you guys remember the large chem laser builds we did, it was a little bit nuts. So they're just balancing that by increasing the cooldown to its intended value. Large chem lasers were just firing too fast. Medium chem lasers and small chem lasers have had their heat reduced to make them very, very, very heat neutral. Missiles. Here it gets interesting. SRMs and SRM plus Artemis have had their cooldowns increased. 0.4 seconds for SRM2, 1 second for SRM4, and 1 second for SRM6. It will make the DPS of these weapons a little bit nerfed. I mean, you're basically changing the DPS by about 30% or so. But looking at how hot these SRM6 or SRM6 plus Artemis builds got, it can also help you manage the heat a little bit better. And they did this change specifically because of the melee changes to the game. And remember when we were playing the game, how I always said that SRMs on enemy mechs, on AI mechs, especially enemy AI mechs, are just super deadly because they just keep chucking them at cooldown. Yeah. It seems to me that PGI found out that trying to go into melee with these kinds of mechs is not going to be a fun experience because they just destroy you with their short weapon cooldown as you're trying to get in range to hit them. So yeah, they increased the delay a little bit, but they also increased the delay so you can actually get a melee weapon swing in before you shoot them again. So that syncs up a little bit better now. So we'll see how that goes. Stream SRMs do not seem to be affected, so they will have the same cooldown. But yeah. In Legend of the Caster Lances, they say mechs with SRMs often did tremendous close range damage, which made approaching them from melee often more risk than reward. Well, I also think that basing a whole DLC around melee is going to be a high risk. We'll see if the reward will be there. I can understand why they changed these things. So far, like there's nothing in here that I would say is like a glaring issue or a glaring mistake. We're gonna have fun with that. However, I'm gonna go on record saying that one thing I'm missing in here, and that is AI improvements. I don't see any AI improvements here, so we can expect the same AI that we had in the last DLC, which means that we're going to have face some struggles with Lance-made AI, as we have always done in Mechwarrior 5 Mercs so far. What do you guys think of these changes? What do you guys think of the new DLC? If you have the chance to play it yet, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys want to support me, check out either the join button right here on YouTube or the super thanks in the comments or any of the other options in the video description below. This has been TTB. Enjoy the game. And if you want to get in on the live action, twitch.tv/TheRealTTB. Have a good one.